Well, good morning. Welcome back to the trail. And going to be something different today. Normally you'd expect to see me on hills and moors. Lancashire that. We'll see if this is a bit better. But as you can see already, not today. We are at Lytham St Annes. We're going to do a 12-mile circular, taking some familiar spots from my childhood. Basically enjoy a bit of coast walking today. Let's get to it. So Lytham St Annes is south of Blackpool, right on the coast as it curves around, and is a quiet little village town, which we used to come to when we were kids to go to Fairhaven Lake, which is where we're heading now. I'll check that out because it's been redone. Not been there in years, but it's just after 6 and the dog walkers are out and the day is quite cool. I've chosen this rather than getting up on some moorland. I think I had pots and pans away, mapped out, because the weather report has given a maximum of 27 degrees and I do not want to be up on hills for 15 miles in that kind of heat. It made more sense to stay lowland and to see some coast, some beach. So yeah, something different today, and I'm hoping to get that ice cream I didn't get yesterday on my Jubilee Tower walk. Pretty confident it's going to happen today. And as you can no doubt tell, the heat is already climbing. It was like 15 degrees coming down here, but it's climbing steadily. Lovely though, absolutely lovely. Looks like the lake's just up ahead. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember any of this. It's changed that much. It's beautiful though, done a really good job of it. Flies. Speaking of flies, after yesterday's horsefly bite, it's quite swelled around the joint. Quite painful and the skin's itchy. One fly could do that. Oh well, not the end of the world. So that was Fairhaven Lake. I'll be honest, I don't recognise any of it. The memories didn't come flooding back because it's just all radically changed. I'm sure we used to park on here though. Well anyway, pressing on now, heading east, going to follow the coast before turning north to begin our loop. Quite busy. Obviously the locals enjoy a good walk, especially on this morning. But it is quite warm. So yeah, let's see what we see today. Plenty of water, money for ice cream. Or a milkshake. I didn't get my milkshake either, did I? One, the other, or both. The day is still young. My hand is swelling. I think we've got to respect that the people of Lytham St Annes are all early risers. The world, his wife and his dog are out today. Let me see. His girlfriend is taking the dog, but his mum's side, so his granddad and that. So yeah, power to him. I've got to respect that. So over there, Southport, another familiar place we used to spend a lot of time as kids. Been done up, not done up, a few years ago. Beautiful now, all the coast and the walk, a bit like this, the promenade. Beautiful. I'm not a fan of the sea, I'm not a fan of the coast, but I can appreciate its beauty. Beauty! This is the order of the day. How much footage would be? Just me drinking water. Obviously you can't see it for the sun glare. Just over there is the windmill, which racks us 3 miles. This is Southport, as you can tell by this big wired bridge. I don't know what you call it, I'm not a bridge designer. It's quite distinctive. I like walks with convenient sitting places. That's how I roll. Now we're heading away from the coast, due north, up towards Blackpool Airport, which is shut down. See if there's anything to see. Mostly urban walking now. I didn't even know any of this was here. Gorgeous park. middle of this housing area. Very nice, very nice. There's the obligatory golf course. Now we're back out now in some familiar countryside, but this is a long road. Even just a bit of road walking like this gets me ready for Hadrian's Wall. With it being flat and tarmac, it's a bit of a different terrain, obviously, from hills and fields. You have to be a bit more savvy with your footwork, so well worth doing. So from here you can just see the radar station there from the old airport, and then next to it there is the Pepsi Max big one at Blackpool Tower, or Blackpool Pleasure Beach should I say. So as we move further north, more and more of Blackpool becomes visible. We should be able to see most of it when we hit the coast again after going past the airport. Good to see some greenery though after all that urban area. Again, it's kind of peaceful out here. Even though it's sunny, we have that busy part way back there on the coast, which I expect I'll see even worse when we get there as we circle back around, but out here, apart from the odd car, lovely, nice and quiet, except for that automatic shotgun going off to disperse crows. Well, I'll stop for 5 minutes, just have a break, somewhere to pee. Golden land behind me, just gorgeous. Anyway, still making our way north, but we're soon going to start moving off westward towards Blackpool Airport. A lovely morning, absolutely lovely. Let's have some water. Water! Had a sudden onslaught of flies. Not getting me again. Not today. Country road. Right in the middle of nowhere. Farmland. What is? Cool. Yeah. Off the beaten track for a bit while we make our way westward. Just from higher Balham. Balham, either or. So I've seen plenty of runners today, but no fell runners. There being no fells, but running still. It's not quite reached its full heat yet, obviously, but it's going to be warm. You can just see the radar station there, and just to the right of it, the Pepsi Max big one. Walk backwards for a bit so you don't have to have the sun in your face, but for me, Blackpool was never really much of an appeal to me. It was great in the old days when you could just walk on it. You didn't have to pay an entry or go through the kind of security gates you have to these days. And you could just walk in and walk around and soak up the ambience, the atmosphere, get a waffle with cream and jam on. Oh man, they were good times. And it was as a family, and kind of as you get older you don't do much as a family anymore. So those memories are kind of precious. The three brothers, mum and dad, and then granddad would sometimes come, and he used to love them waffles. You know, cream up and down his face. And they were good times. So they're the positives out of Blackpool. But the problem with it now is that they've allowed the rear of the what should you call it, the nightlife, to encroach on the front. So even on the promenade there are strip clubs, and even there's one friend pointed out that a worker at one of these strip clubs, scantily clad, would tout trade, hand leaflets out, even to parents with young children, is what happened to him. And I guess because the council ran out of money so badly, they had no choice but to let that nightlife encroach. But it makes it seedy and it's ruined the front, and I just hope that in the next few years, if they keep ploughing money into it, they can clean it up and get it looking a bit more like Southport, a bit more family friendly. As far as the pleasure beach, that's where all the rides are. That's supposed to still be good. I haven't been for years, not since I did a Valhalla marathon, which was when me, Julie and my brother Dan kept riding Valhalla on a school day when nobody was there, going off and on. And if you know the Valhalla, it's like a log flume but with a Viking theme, and it was so much fun. We got drenched, and then it was weather like this and it was steaming, so you dry drench. But yeah, so that's just a few words on Blackpool, which we're going to pass, or at least be able to see. Yeah, take it or leave it. Maybe you love Blackpool, maybe you don't. But get away, fly. Not having me today. Let's carry on. Press on with the trail. Bash out these miles that get us to the 6 mile point, which is halfway. That's quite cool. These flies are hungry today. Wouldn't mind if it were just midges or black fly, but horseflies are lethal. They don't even inject you to suck your blood. They have little pincers that they chew through the skin. It's quite nasty, hence why it gets infected so easy. But it'll clear after a few days. They don't carry any kind of dodgy infections, no diseases, right? You can hear them buzzing around your ears, the big fellas as well. Anyway, down this long stretch, past the radar station. I like to call this kind of walking apocalypse walking. It's that typical sci-fi movie shot where you've got this long straight piece of road and the wanderer is just making his way down it. Oh yeah, it's good, I'm enjoying it. Blackpool Tower, that way, just behind me, you can see it now. And then the Pepsi Max big one of the biggest roller coasters on the park. Yeah, visible now. Temperature's still rising, 27 degrees. So glad I did not go on the oh, little frog, tiny frog. So glad I didn't go on the moors, you know. Boy, that was a long trek down the side of the radar station, along the sluice, can't say without spitting, end up to Main Road and then up towards Blackpool Airport, onto our 9 mile mark. We've hit the 6, halfway, and so we're going to press on to that one and then we'll be heading west onto the coast again, all the way back to the car. Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. Well, before tackling that, I thought I'd have some water. So I've drunk a full 1.5 litre bottle now since I started. And an apple and cinnamon fruit bar. Again, nice and gooey. Can't take me anywhere. Let's go. I have improvised rather than get the idiot hat out. Well, we're coming up close to the airport now, we'll just skirt around it. It's obviously fenced off before we start hitting the coast, but you can just see Jubilee Tower and you can see the signal lights for the planes as they come in. Yeah, it's here. Cool, we're going this way. Them horses have the right idea, in the shade, near the water trough. Yeah, alright. No food, sorry. Beautiful. Well, I'm going to be honest, I'm glad to be out of them narrow country lanes. Just heading into St Annes on the sea. Going to head west in a bit, pick up that coast road. Sorry for the sun. Oh yeah, St Annes on the sea. You take your mick. Hot. Very hot. And you what time do you get up? 3:30. Don't be so soft. Simon says nothing because Simon don't tell me what to do. Someone's right behind me. Anyway, heading west now. About to hit the 9-mile mark before we hit the coast. It's all road walking. I don't mind. The day's lovely. Easy peasy. Having engaged in faffery, just had a few minutes break. We're back walking. Ooh. Cool breeze coming in. Oh, Nando's opening soon. So I guess most of the units have been sold off to other businesses. There's one small private airfield, a Northwest Ambulance, but the rest seem to have been broken up and sold on. That is a long straight road past the airport, just going over this bridge down to the coast. I keep saying that, ironically called the Stargate, but I don't think it is a Stargate, not in Lytham. There we go, you can see the sea. So if I wanted to, I could go right towards the pleasure beach, but we're going left back to Lytham St Annes. There we go, you can just see the pleasure beach and Jubilee Tower next to it. Pretty cool. Oh, Pepsi Max big one's running. Well, this walk's coming to an end, and I think the timing's perfect because it is getting mighty warm. I've still not seen anywhere to get an ice cream on my path. It's going to be a McFlurry on the way home, isn't it? Anyway, here we go. Still making our way. A lot of aircraft traffic, private charters, helicopters and the like. But yeah, we're not far from the car park now. I believe I almost forgot. Super shower, and they are. Wow, that was sour. Oh man, how sour are they? Making my eyes water that. Cool. Haven't got the tree frog. That's good. Well, that was a very busy end to what was a thoroughly enjoyable trail. 12 miles, hot, humid, according to my car's clock 23 degrees. I think it's more than that. It's going to get to 27 like they said. But yeah, I got my ice cream. So I'm a happy bunny. But I'm not going to be that happy for very long if I can't get off this car path. The world, his wife, the dog, the grandkids, they're all here. And I just want to get off and get home. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time on the trail.